Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam
पावन हरिनाम संकीर्तन की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की श्रील प्रभुपाद की नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्नते नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I welcome every one of you for this beautiful spiritual program where we are welcoming Shri Shri Jagannath, Baladev Subhadra and Shri Shri Gaur Nitai. Some of you may be coming for the first time for such a program like this. How many of you are coming for the first time for a program like this? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's fantastic. Why do we perform Abhishek for these murtis? Why do we decorate them with beautiful dresses? Why do we offer them very valuable ornaments? Or why should at all one spend the time doing all these things? Somebody may have a question in mind. You will see in India many great acharyas like Madhvacharya worshipped Udupi Krishna. Ramanujacharya worshipped Ranganath. And Shankaracharya also, he worshipped Badrinath. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very lovingly worshipped Jagannath, Baladev Subhadra. After his sannyas, when he ran to Jagannath Puri looking for Lord Jagannath. So you will find all our great acharyas have worshipped the murti forms personally with great love and devotion, and they have taught their followers also to worship the deities in their homes as well as in the temples. You will find that one very same supreme truth, who is the creator of millions of Brahmandas, universes, has entered into each of the universe in every atom also. And he occupies the heart of all the 8.4 million species of life. So that one supreme, the source of everything and everyone, the imperishable Supreme Lord, who is the loving Father of everybody, he speaks in the scriptures like Bhagavad Gita or like Srimad Bhagavatam. He says that he is that one supreme but who manifests himself in various forms. For example, in Tamil Nadu, in Srirangam, Ramanuja worshipped Krishna, Lord Krishna as Ranganatha. If you read the Andal Tirupavai, Ranganatha is actually called as Adimalai Kanna, she is calling, which means, oh, Krishna who is very beautiful like the fresh monsoon cloud. Like that Andal is addressing Lord Ranganatha as Krishna only. Although Lord Ranganatha is lying in a snake bed, Ananta Shesha, isn't it? You will find Andal is assuming the mood of a gopi and in Vrindavan and she is waking up all the other gopis in the early morning during the Margashish month of December. Oh gopis, get up, this is no time to sleep. This is the month in which we are keeping the Katyayani Vrata to attain Krishna as our husband. Let us all rise early. Let us go to the river side of Yamuna, take a bath. And then she says, we will not decorate ourselves in this month with kajal in the eyes, with tying with very nice ribbon and everything in the head. We will not do that. Rather, we will spend all our time chanting the holy name, singing the Lord's glories. And we will also fast during this month and keep a vrata. And then in this way she says that during this month we will not talk ill of anybody. And we will not gossip. We will not do rumor mongering. Rather we will spend all our time glorifying Lord Govinda. We will spend our time like this. And then very soon we will attain the aspiration of our life to attain Lord Krishna as our Swami, Master. So you will find Lord Ranganatha is actually worshipped as Krishna only by the great Acharya Andal. So I would have beautifully sung a song for you, but many of you will not know Tamil. How many of you know Tamil here? Nobody. Therefore I didn't sing. I only told you the meaning. So there's a very beautiful Tirupavai song, meaning of which I told you. But what I am emphasizing now in the next few minutes is, although there are various murtis worshipped in different parts of India, they all are same one person only, who is Krishna. So I told you how Andal went to all the Divya Desams. She heard about all the deities in South India from her father, and then finally she chose Ranganatha as her husband. And she entered the sanctum sanctorum of Lord Ranganatha, never came out, because she entered into Vaikuntha by going into the sanctum sanctorum. So she worshipped Ranganatha as Krishna. Now let us come to Balaji in Andhra and Telangana. We come to Balaji. If you take Balaji, the meaning of the word Bala means child, Ji means respectable. So Balaji means respectable child. Who is the respectable child? See, if a child is born, have you ever seen parents doing namaskar to their own child? Have you ever seen anywhere? But when Krishna appeared in the jail of Kamsa, Tamadbhutam Balakamam Bhujekshanam, like that it is said. Krishna is called as Adbhuta Balakam. Why Adbhuta Balakam? Because as soon as Krishna appeared in the jail, his body was shining, just like the light is shining. The entire darkness of the jail was dispelled. Not only that, Krishna appeared with curly locks of hair. Have you ever seen children appearing with a lot of hair? They are bald at the time of birth, isn't it? Also, Krishna had 4 hands. That's what it said. Shankha Chakra Gadayudayudam, it is said. He was carrying Shankha Chakra Gada Padma in his hands. And he was wearing a ankle bell in his lotus feet. And he was wearing a beautiful dress, Pitambar also. So he was wearing all these things very attractively. So parents were amazed to see Vasudeva and Devaki in the jail of Kamsa. What is this child? Such amazing child. Adbhuta Balakam, he said. More Adbhutam than all this is the child started speaking to them. He said, my dear mother, your name is Devaki. My dear father, your name is Vasudeva. Not only I am telling you about this birth, I will tell you about the previous birth. You came as Prishni and Sutapa. I came as your child Krishnagarbha. You came as Aditi and Kashyapa. I came as your child Vamanadeva. Now you come as Devaki Vasudeva and I have become Vasudeva. So this child remembered everything about the previous lives of the parents and reminded them. Later on the child told them to take him to Nanda Gokulam. And then Vasudeva's chains were torn asunder in the hands and legs when the door opened. When the child was brought out in a basket, Anantashesha came and gave him shade from the rains. So all these things makes Krishna's appearance in this world very divine. So he is called as Balaji. Krishna, who is a child, but he is a respectable child. But because he showed 400 form, Tirupati Balaji also is carrying Shankachakra Gada Padma. You will see that. So, in Tirupati, the same Lord Krishna is worshipped as Balaji. One time Mother Yashoda told in Vrindavan to Krishna, hey, in Vrindavan you never married anybody, whereas when you went to Dwaraka you married 16,108 queens. And I never got to see even one marriage also. So, I am longing to see one of your marriages at least. Then Krishna told, okay mother, you come as Bakula Devi and I will come as Srinivas. And I will later on become Tirupati Balaji. So Balaji is none other than Srinivas and Yashoda is Bakula Devi. So ultimately it's Yashoda and Krishna only. Correct, no? So in this way, Lord Krishna is standing as Balaji in the Tirupati hill in Andhra. Now let us go to Karnataka. In Karnataka, you will find there is a pastime of how one time, of course, to tell this pastime of Madhvacharya, I have to tell you some background also. One time in Dwaraka, Mother Rohini was requesting Krishna, my dear Lord, I want to see you that baby form, small form, in which you used to always steal butter in the home of Nanda Bhavan and Vrindavan. And one particular form she wanted to see, Rohini. What was that form? One day when Krishna was sleeping in the bed in the early morning, Mother Yashoda started singing a very beautiful song. Yashoda always will be singing when doing her work. When she would be churning the butter, her bangles would be making sound like the kartal. Her earrings will also swing to and fro, and that will also make sound. And closing her eyes, she was singing a beautiful song. Govinda, Govinda, Gopala Nandalal. Govinda, Govinda, Gopala Nandalal. Boliye. Govinda, Govinda, Gopala Nandalal. 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 So, whenever somebody sings the Lord's names with great devotion, the Lord immediately appears there. So because Yashoda called with great devotion, the child Krishna sleeping in the bed, hearing his name, he immediately got up. And he arrived there at the spot where she was making the butter with closed eyes. So Krishna caught the shoulder of his mother and said, Mama, you called me, I am here. So Yashoda was still busy in the work. She slightly turned to the child and said, my dear child, what do you want? And then she continued churning the butter. So Krishna thought, oh, mother is thinking the work to be more important than me. So Krishna crawled and went ahead and then he caught hold of the churning rod. When he caught hold of the rod did not rotate. Only her hand was moving to and fro. Then Yashoda opened her eyes fully and smiled. She said, oh, my child has become so strong that he is able to hold the rod without moving it. So when mother looked at the child, then Krishna had a beaming smile on his face. And the mother's heart was fully captivated. She immediately picked up the child on her lap and breastfed the child. So Rohini said, on that day you smiled so beautifully. Now you are the Dwarakadesh, king of Dwaraka. But I want to see that particular form. Then Krishna agreed to show Rohini that beautiful form, so he became a small baby again. And he was also holding the churning rod in the hand. And at that time Rukmini, who was a patrani, she was in another room. When she was walking past that room, she saw that beautiful child form of Krishna. She became very curious, what is this? She ran into that room. Then immediately Krishna became Dwarakadesh again. Very big. Then Rukmini said, but who is that small baby whom I saw? Such a charming child with curly locks of hair like a bluish sapphire, eyes, big eyes like lotus petals. Who is that tender baby? I want to see again. And then Rohini said, oh, that form is not for you. You are Krishna's queen now. That is a baby form I wanted to see. So Rukmini was very adamant to see that form. Then Krishna showed her that form also. At that time Rukmini said, oh, I want to make this form my deity and I want to worship it every day. You look so beautiful as a baby. Then Krishna agreed to turn into a deity form. And that deity form's name is Udupi Krishna. So Rukmini worshipped this form for many years. Later on, one businessman from Dwaraka was bringing to Karnataka some boatload of things. In that there was a big chandan, big like football sized chandan. And when Madhvacharya was there in the ocean beach, there was a storm. So the businessman pleaded, may the storm abate so that my boat will not get drowned. Otherwise the valuables and jewels are crores of rupees worth. Then Madhvacharya was a Vayuputra, He was Vayu's avatar, so he could stop the storm. When he stopped the storm, the boat came to the shore, the businessman became very happy, and then he told them, I can do anything for you, sir, please tell me. So Madhvacharya said, I am a sannyasi, what do you need? Okay, you give me that big chandan which you have. So when he brought the chandan and put it in the front, the chandan broke open into two, and out came the same Udupi Krishna. Then Krishna holding the churning rod, which Rukmini was worshipping many years ago. So as soon as people saw that, some of the disciples of Madhvacharya went to pick up the deity, but the deity was so heavy, they could not even move it. Many Pahlavans were called, 24 of them. They also could not budge it 1 inch also. But when Madhvacharya went close to the deity jumped into his hands. And Madhvacharya kept the deity on his shoulder. And then he sang a very beautiful song bringing him to the Udupi Krishna temple and installed the deity there. And he was worshipped as Udupi Krishna. So now I told you about Ranganath. Then I told you about Balaji. Then I told you about Udupi Krishna I told you. Now let us tell you about Jagannath. So Orissa. Jagannath is in Orissa. See, Jagannath is not only Orissa Nath, he is also Jagannath, means he is the Lord of the whole universe. So when Krishna left Vrindavan at the age of 9 and went to Dwaraka, in Dwaraka he became the king, Dwarakadesh, isn't it? But in Dwaraka Krishna was not happy. There is a reason for that, why he was not happy. You ask any man sitting here, do you feel more happy at home or in the office? You feel more happy at home, isn't it? Therefore, every man you will see on a Friday night, there will be a smile on his face. Next 2 days he will be at home, isn't it? Monday morning there is no smile. So Lord also for him, Vrindavan is the home and Dwaraka is like the office. So the man always likes to be with his mother, father, wife, children very peacefully at home, but he has to go to office. So the duty was calling him in Dwaraka and love was calling him, in Vrindavan. So he was torn between the two. Therefore his eyes became dilated like Jagannath you see, isn't it? Because he's being put, he's bewildered where to go now. If you don't go to office, they will put it on loss of pay and they will cut your money, isn't it? And if you go to office, then members of the family are sad. Yeah. So, in this way, Lord of Dwaraka is very excited about remembering Vrindavan. When Krishna was in Vrindavan, he used to go to the forest of Vrindavan with Balaram and also the cows and calves, herding them. If you hear about Vrindavan, you will be amazed. In the 10th canto, 15th chapter, there is a beautiful description of Krishna Balaram going to the forest of Raja, herding the cows and calves. It is explained there that in the Yamuna waters, there were beautiful roses of different colors like yellow color, blue color, red color. Lotuses, very fragrant. The bumblebees would go and sit in the lotuses and suck the honey. But when they would see Krishna Balaram coming with covered boys, the bumblebees were so attracted to Krishna, they even left behind the lotuses and honey. They flew to Krishna and went and sat in Krishna's flower garland. They sat there because they wanted to accompany the Lord to the forest of Vrindavan. And the trees, seeing Krishna Balram, were bowing down and giving their fruits. Please take these fruits. Please take these flowers. So Krishna was telling Balram, Bhaiya, you see, trees are so much out of love offering us the fruits. Take the fruits and eat. Take the flowers and wear on your turban. Krishna was telling. The trees were actually crying tears in the form of releasing the honey from the trees. Why? The trees thought we are all standing in one place, we can't go with Krishna into the forest, while the honeybees can go to the forest. So thinking like that, the trees were feeling great separation from Krishna. And they were all thinking, at least let me offer something to Krishna. So in Vrindavan you will find even the trees, even the honeybees, even Yamuna. Yamuna is actually sister of Yama. Because Yamaraj is very fierce. Being his sister, she is also supposed to be very fierce waves in Yamuna. But when Yamuna saw Krishna Balram and covered boys, immediately her fierce waves became mild waves. Similarly, anyone who becomes a devotee of the Lord becomes mild by being touched by the Lord's devotion. But Yamuna, when she saw Krishna coming, she picked up lotuses and threw it in Krishna's lotus feet for serving Krishna. And many demigods, devatas in the sky were watching this sight of Krishna Balram entering the forest. So they all took the forms of cows and calves and started squeezing themselves into the crowd of the cows and calves so that they can also be herded by Krishna. They want to participate in this leela. So Krishna was remembering in Dwaraka how beautifully the honeybees would hum like that in Vrindavan. How beautifully the cows and calves would move. How the peacocks would dance, how my cowherd friends like Sridhama, Sudama, Madhumangal would always play with me in the forest of Raj, how the gopis of Vrindavan like Radharani, Lalita, Vishaka, all of them would dance. So remembering all of them, Krishna felt his heart was in Vrindavan and his body was in Dwaraka. Therefore, one day all the queens of Dwaraka became very surprised. Why is this man always thinking of his home place? Thinking of Vrindavan? What are we not giving him? We are giving him the best of prasad. We are giving him the best of comforts. Why is his heart not here? They wanted to know. So one day they asked Rohini, Mother Rohini, please tell us, what is so special about Vrindavan that Krishna loves Brajavasis so much? Amongst all the different type of devotees in the world, Brajavasis are considered the topmost devotees. So when they asked, Rohini said, I can tell you the truth, but if Krishna Balram they hear it, they will run away to Vrindavan. But nevertheless, the queens were very insistent. So then Rohini said, post someone at the door so that Krishna Balram, when they come, we will come to know. So they posted Subhadra at the door. And then the Katha started. See, when Katha starts, people completely forget everything of the world. So they were hearing the Krishna Katha about Brajavasis and Krishna. At that time, Krishna Balram had returned. They stood on either side of Subhadra. And they also heard the Katha. Subhadra herself became very amazed. When we all become amazed in our life, our eyes become very dilated. Like that, her eyes became dilated. Krishna Balram's eyes became dilated. Their hands went in, legs went in. The Lord became excited in amazement by hearing the Vrindavan Vasi's devotion to him. So, actually Vrindavan Vasi's devotion oftentimes is not even known to the people of the world because people mostly go to temples to ring a bell and demand something from God. That is commonly seen in every religion. But Brajavasis are completely selfless. I will tell you how selfless they are. First time when Mother Yashoda told Krishna, you have been a Vatsapal going around Nanda Bhavan herding the small calves. Now I heard that you are going to go to forest to herd the cows. What is the need of you to go? We have hundreds of servants who can go to forest. But Krishna Balram said, Maya, we have been permitted, especially by covered man, headed by Nanda Maharaj, for going to forest from tomorrow. Till yesterday I was Vatsapal. Tomorrow onwards I will be Gopal. So his name came to be called as Gopal or Govinda. Gopal means one who takes care of the cows. Govinda means one who gives pleasure to the cows. So, then Mother Yashoda said, since you have to go to forest, you have to walk over the pebbles and stones and thorns, let me make a golden slipper for you. So she had made a golden slipper, beautiful slipper for Krishna. In the night, Mother Yashoda showed him the slipper. This is what is a slipper you have to wear tomorrow. At that time, there were cows watching from the window what Krishna is saying. So Krishna told Mother Yashoda, Maya, you are giving me slipper. What about the slippers for the cows? Every cow needs how many slippers? 2 pairs. 2 for the front, 2 for the back. So Yashoda laughed and said, what are you asking? There are thousands of cows coming with you. Who will make so many slippers for them? I have made only for you. Hearing this, Krishna said, no. If they are going to walk barefoot, then I will also walk barefoot, he said. Hearing this, the cows were looking at each other, they were amazed. Immediately there was an emergency meeting at night. And all the cows went into the forest of Raj and broke all the stones and pebbles into such a fine powder. Even today you go to Vrindavan and see the Vrindavan sand will be like Johnson & Johnson baby powder. You will see that. It is so soft, it is. So when I heard this pastime, I was so thrilled because Krishna is so selflessly wanting cows to wear chappals, otherwise he won't wear. And the cows are so worried about Krishna walking barefoot. So they want to powder the stones and pebbles. So Vrindavan means the devotees worry about the Lord and the Lord worries about his devotees. Nobody worries about themselves. That is Vrindavan. And how much Krishna values his devotees in Vrindavan, you can see. One time Krishna was playing with his covered boyfriends. At a distance, some peacocks formed a circle and they were dancing very beautifully. Seeing that, Krishna stopped his games and ran towards all those peacocks. And all his friends also ran behind him. So Krishna told the peacocks, I want to join your dance. You dance so nicely, I want to dance. So he danced with the peacocks. So all the peacocks felt Krishna is dancing much better than us. So the dance went on for a long time. And then when the dancing stopped, the leader of the peacock came in the front and thanked Krishna for coming and joining in dance. So the peacock wondered, what can I gift him for doing this wonderful dance? So the peacock plucked one of its, peacock feathers and kept it in Krishna's lotus feet. At once Krishna picked up the peacock feather and placed it on his forehead, on the top of his head. And all the peacocks were in tears. Actually the peacocks thought that the peacock feather is not a great gift. It's a very insignificant offering, they thought. But Krishna wanted to show them that although you think this offering to be small, because you are given with heartfelt devotion, I consider it to be very great. How great? So great that I will keep it on my forehead for everyone to see for all time to come. So you can see how much he values. You all have heard about how Lord Ram not only valued Hanuman's Setubandha making, but he also valued the squirrel. Similarly, Lord Krishna also valued the peacock feather. Therefore, even today you find Krishna wearing peacock feather on his forehead. Similarly, Krishna told Sudama, who brought chipped rice to him in Dwaraka, Anuvapi upahritam bhaktair premna bhuryeva me bhavet bhuri api avaktopathritam name toshaya kalpate. He said, hey Sudama, if my devotee offers me something very insignificant, very small like a chipped rice, but if it is brought with great devotion, for me that becomes a great gift, he said. On the other hand, even if somebody offers a big gift to me, but there is no devotion in it, I am never attracted. Like one time, I got a season's greetings, Diwali season greeting. One company people had sent almost one page of some text they had written, printed, and it came by post. Or sometimes it comes by email also sometimes. When you get it by email, the top is written undisclosed recipients. So when you see that mail, you will never be fascinated by that season's greeting picture as much as when one of your friends takes a small 2 rupee card and just writes one line that I am very grateful to you for your friendship. Thank you. that much they write and give you handwritten and they give you, that card is million times superior for you than a printed card which is going to thousands of people with undisclosed recipients, like that. Therefore Krishna also considers even small gifts given by devotees with love very greatly. So that is Lord Jagannath in Jagannath Puri. Krishna is sitting, Balaram is sitting, in between their sister Subhadra is sitting. So these forms of Jagannath Baladev Subhadra have been there for millions of years. Very popular, and when British people came to India, the British Viceroy was asking, who is this Jaggernaut? He was asking. These people lakhs of people are coming to see him. Stop this Rath Yatra, he said. But he could never stop it. On the contrary, Jagannath not only is moving in, and Jagannath Puri is now moving in London also. He drove off the British people and he went to that place also. On that road also, there is a Nelson Square, where there is a very tall building, and Jagannath had a car which was taller than that building, taller than the tallest building in London. So one man asked Prabhupada in the San Francisco Rath Yatra, Swamiji, why does God need such a huge car? What does he need? Prabhupada said, you are small, you have a small car. God is great, so he has a big car. Very simple logic. So people become envious of God for having a very big car. But actually it is a fact, God made the sunlight, we only made mercury bulbs. God made the moonlight, we are only making dome lights. God made the oceans, we are making only swimming pools. God is throwing Saturn and Jupiter in orbit, we are throwing a small Sputnik in orbit. Whatever God does in a great way, we can do it in a small way. Because He is big, we are small. He is great, we are tiny. And it is an undeniable fact. Therefore, there is a verse which says, Kate vamanam drishtva punarjanmana vidyate. It is said. It says, the meaning of this is what? The Supreme Lord who comes and shows Vishwarupa Darshan in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, with millions of hands, millions of heads, millions of bellies, millions of legs and everything. And the same Lord, Prabhupada says, if you want to put dress for the Vishwarupa Darshanam, all your textile mills will run out of clothes. If you want to cook for him, all the grocery in the entire globe will be finished. Is it not true? In such a huge form. Whereas the Lord agrees to become a small deity, like Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, and Gaur-Nitai. Because we are small, we also agrees to become small, proportionate to our ability to worship. So he comes in a Murti form. So I told you about Jagannath in Odisha. Now let us take one more. So Jagannath in Odisha is also who? Who is Jagannath? Krishna only. And Baladev is Balaram. And Subhadra is sister. So I have told you 4 states till now. And Guru Ayurappan. Who is Guru Ayurappan? You know where is Guru Ayurappan? He is in Kerala. Guru Ayurappan is also Krishna only. They have written this Narayaniyam in glorification of Lord Guru Ayurappan, Krishna only. It's all Bhagavatam only. So you take Kerala, you take Tamil Nadu, you take Karnataka, you take Odisha. Now let us take one more, Maharashtra let us take. The most famous deity in Maharashtra is Vithala Panduranga. So you might have heard about Vittal. Vitala, Vitala, Vitala. Boliye? Vitala, Vitala, Vitala. Maga Vitala Panduranga. Vitala Panduranga. So what is Panduranga? Pandu means white. Vitala is actually black. But how does he become white? Because when they do milk abhishek, his whole body appears whitish that time. So I had once gone to see Vitthal Darshan in Pandharpur. Actually in Tamil Nadu also, Andhra also, there are people who are Rukmini Vittal Bhaktas also. They go to Rukmini Vittal. But who are these Vittal Rakumai they call? The Vittal Rakumai, there is a pastime behind it. One time in Dwaraka, Rukmini went into Man Leela. Man Leela means sometimes Rukmini will become upset or angry. Now you may ask, how can goddess become upset? That is also to enhance the Leela. In home also sometimes wife becomes angry with the husband sometimes, correct, no? And then afterwards, when she again becomes friendly, then the sweetness increases. Similarly, Lord also performs Leela like this sometimes. Rukmini once became upset with Krishna and she said, now I am going away from Dwaraka. And she went to Pandharpur. Then Krishna thought, I have to search out and find out where is my goddess Rukmini. And then he came to know she is in Pandharpur. And there is one great devotee called Pundali in Pandharpur. So Krishna thought, oh, I can eat 2 mangoes in one shot. Because I can meet my devotee. I can also meet my wife and bring her back. So with that desire he went. When he went to Pundalik's home, Pundalik's mother and father were pure devotees of Krishna. They were bedridden. So Pundalik was serving them, feeding them prasad, massaging their feet. When Lord Krishna went there, he looked at his devotee and he said, Pundalik, don't stop your service to your pure devotee parents. I am ready to wait for a while. And then Pundalik threw a brick and Lord stood on the brick. The brick is called wheat. So because he stood on the wheat, he came to be called as Vitthal. And then Lord was waiting, keeping his hands like this. Later on, Rukmini came to know Lord has come here. She came to see him. She saw him in this form of holding his hands like this. And she felt, oh, my Lord looks so beautiful, keeping hands like this. So she also kept like this. Then Radharani came. She saw her. Then she also kept her hand like this. Therefore in Maharashtra they sing. Anybody knows Marathi here? Okay, some of you know. So we sing Jai Deva Jai Panduranga Rai Cha Vallabha Rukmini Cha Vallabha Jai Deva. Say no? Rai is who? Rai is Radharani. And Rukmini is Rukmini. And Vitthal is Dwarkadish. So who is Dwarkadish? Krishna only. Krishna who left Vrindavan and went to Dwaraka is called Dwarkadish. That means in Maharashtra also the topmost treasuring deity is who? Krishna only, isn't it? So once when I went to Pandharpur, I saw in Pandharpur the Lord was bathed in the morning. And before even his bath got complete, they were feeding a very big gola of, they call it Donayacha gola, they call it. It is a butter ball, big ball. They were feeding the Lord, Vitthal. And it was sticking in his mouth. It was so beautiful to see. So then I asked the Pujari a question. Why are they feeding in between bathing? Let the bathing get over, wipe the body first, and then you can feed the butter. He said, no. When the Lord is taking bath, suddenly he feels hungry. So Mother Yashoda feeds in between. So which means they treat Vitthal only as Krishna only. So why I am telling you, you go to all the prominent states of India, the most prominent presiding deities worshipped by the greatest of the Acharyas is Krishna only. Therefore, the Shastras say, although the Lord appears in various forms in this world, there is only one Supreme Lord. How many Mukhya Mantris are there in India, Chief Ministers? 29. How many Prime Ministers? Similarly, how many Devatas are there? 33 crore Devatas. How many Supreme Lord? Only one. That is Supreme, one Supreme. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marudastunvanti Divyaishtavai Vedai Sanga Padakramo Parishadair Gayanti Yam Samagaha Yana Vastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyastam Navidu Sura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namo. Like that, Shivadeva Goswami is offering obeisances, Lord Sri Krishna, calling him as the one who is worshipable by all the 33 crore devatas like Shiva, Brahma, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, all of them. He is also praised by Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, Vedanta, everything. He is also meditated upon by yogis in the forest in their own hearts. So, that Lord Krishna, in this age of Kali Yuga, comes in the form of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If you want to know more about how Mahaprabhu is Krishna, in Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram, there is one line which says, that Suvarna Varna Hemango Varangas Chandarangali Sanyasakrit Samashanta Nishta Shanti Parayana. It says, many of you may know Vishnu Sahasranama, you may be reciting. It says that in Kali Yuga the Lord appears with golden complexion, Suvarna Varna Hemango. He wears chandan on his body also. And he becomes a sannyasi. Sannyasakrit, it says. He takes sannyas and he silences the impersonalists or the monists, Mayavadis. He defeats the Mayavadis and establishes the Bhakti Yoga and establishes the Yoga Dharma of the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So Yoga Avatar is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Yoga Dharma is Sankirtan Yajna, chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which we were singing in the beginning. So when Krishna comes as Rama, Balaram comes as Lakshman. When Krishna becomes Narayana, then Balaram becomes Ananta Shesha. Yeah, the snake bed, isn't it? Similarly, when Krishna comes as Chaitanya, at that time Balaram becomes Nityananda. So in the altar you saw there were two personalities with arms raised, they were dancing. This is Krishna Balaram coming in the form of Chaitanya and Nityananda. So these two personalities appeared in Bengal and they spreaded the Hare Krishna mantra all over the country. They traveled all over the country, danced and sang. The speciality of this avatar than Krishna Balaram is, Balaram and Krishna killed many demons. Agasur, Bakasur, Putana, Keshi, Trinavarta, Shakatasur. So many demons they killed. Whereas this avatar, they don't kill the demons. If they kill the Kali Yuga demons, so many will be killed now. But instead of killing the demons, what they did? They destroyed the demoniac tendencies in people's hearts by distributing the holy name of Hare Krishna. Because when Mahamantra goes inside our ears, Yan Nama Shruti Matrena Puman Bhavati Nirmalaha, it says, Nama Shruti means hearing the chanting of the holy name will cleanse your heart and blossom it like a lotus. So that's what they did. They distributed the holy name. So they are called as the most merciful avatar because they go street to street, home to home, call the people and they are telling them, please kindly chant Hare Krishna, read Bhagavad Gita, worship Krishna. So I have never seen an avatar so sweet like these two personalities. Therefore there is a song which says that they are the crest jewel of all avatars. Because not only they were doing in India, they have brought the great devotee Srila Prabhupada, who took the Mahamantra to the Western world. And there is a prediction in the Bhagavad Mahatmya, as well as in many scriptures about the holy name going to the West. And that happened through Srila Prabhupada. So Prabhupada also established Gaur Nitai. Gaur means golden. So Gauranga means Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is golden in complexion. And Nitai means Nityananda, who is Balaram. Just like you are seeing Jagannath, Balaram and Subhadra, similarly you find Krishna and Balaram come as Gaur Nitai. So the Shastras say that the goal of human form of life is not to just eat, sleep and earn money and then build a house and pay back the EMI and say that now I have my own house. But the goal of life actually is to understand the very first thing, which is Atma Tattvam. Atma Tattva means understand the body is only like a gadi, like a car. But the Atma is actually the soul. Even if one becomes a billionaire from being a beggar, beggar to billionaire, next 20-30 years, again the billionaire will become a beggar again. He will leave behind all the money and go away. Therefore, one should not work hard to accumulate those things which will be taken away from us. Rather, you should accumulate things which will always remain with you even after death. So the Bhagavad Gita and all the scriptures tell us, the one thing that will go with you, birth, the next birth and birth after birth is your Bhakti Yoga, which is like Nam you chant. Nam is actually like the real currency. This currency can take with you at the time of death. Whereas all the dollar notes you have to be left behind. Or Indian currency also you have to leave behind. You can't carry with you. Therefore carry the real currency. Krishna prema vina vyarta daridra jiva das kore vetan more deya prema dhan. This verse says, if you have love for God, then you are the most wealthiest person. If you don't have love for God, you are the poorest person in the world and your life is a waste, it says. If you consider this verse in the life of modern day people, how many people are wasting their lives, think about it. Only in the human form of life you can chant Hare Krishna and awaken love for God. So, in today's talk I devoted most of my time in telling you about the beautiful Leelas, pastimes of the Lord in different states, in different deity forms in which Lord has appeared. So, all these avatars of the Lord are all appearing in this world only to attract you and me to Him by reminding us of His sweet pastimes, and He is inviting us back home, back to Godhead. So, our acharyas have said, if anyone makes the form of these lords, like Gaurnitai or Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, and worship them in their home by decorating them, dressing them, doing abhishek for them. Just like when a mother is bathing the child, dressing the child, ornamenting the child, then the child naturally becomes, the mother becomes attached to the child. And the mother remembers the child even in the absence of the child. Similarly, the same with deities also. If you are bathing the deities, dressing the deities, ornamenting deities, feeding bhoga to deities, putting festivals for the deities, calling the neighborhood people and feeding them prasad, serving the deities, very soon the deities will enter your chitta, your heart, in such a way that at the time of death they will come and appear in front of your eyes, and remembering them you will go back home, back to Godhead. Antakale chamameva paramukvakaleva. So therefore the worship of the deities is performed by all acharyas, including Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srila Prabhupada also worshipped Radha Govindji when he was a small boy. Later on Prabhupada made the whole world worship Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. So these beautiful deities are coming to the home of Akinchan Priya Prabhu. They can come in the front room. Akinchan Priya Prabhu and Shobha Kumari Mataji. Where are they? Okay. And they also have their two beautiful children. Nitai Gaurhari. Where is Nitai Gaurhari? He is a beautiful dancing kid. He dances very beautifully. Also, Jagannath Parasutta. What is her daughter's name? Oh, sorry. He has son and daughter. Yes. They have children. Where are the two children? What is his name? Urjit. He is Urjit and I think the deities are especially coming so that they can get worship from Urjit. Very enthusiastic boy. In all the programs he sings very loudly and dances and inspires all the devotees. He gives Urja, he gives Urjit. Urjit means inspires everybody. What's your name? Ananda Gopi. So, the Akinchan Priya Prabhu and Shobha Kumari Mataji, they are having Nitai Gaurhari and Jagannath Subhadra in their home. And for celebrating festival for them, they have invited all of you. It's very amazing to see such a big number of devotees. Or this small gift for you. Haribo! So, you all are welcome to their home. They are going to worship them and put up festivals for them, study Bhagavatam, and also share the Bhagavatam with others. So any grihastha devotee who worships the deities very attentively, faithfully, sincerely, with great devotion, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told to Sarvam Bhattacharya, any grihastha worships deity like that, he becomes so powerful spiritually that he can even bless the sannyasis also. Like that Mahaprabhu told Sarvam Bhattacharya. So grihasthas should perform the worship of the deities with great love and devotion, and they can actually purify all their material attachments to mother, father, wife, children. All of them will be engaged in deity service, and they will rise above all the material pangs, material sufferings of this world, and they will experience Paramananda by that type of worship and Sankirtan and devotional practices. So thank you all for taking out your evening valuable time and coming today and joining this beautiful festival. And they have cooked Chapan Bhog, I think, isn't it? They have cooked Chapan Bhog, 56. He's saying 124 items have been cooked for the day. So whichever devotees took part in cooking so many items, we thank all the devotees. So we will have very beautiful kirtan now. We can have kirtan. Yeah. And then followed by prasadam for everybody. Yeah. You can invite them for prasadam after the kirtan.
Let us thank His Grace Radheshyam Prabhu with 3 loud. చాలా మంది ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ టైం వచ్చిన వాళ్ళు ఇక్కడ సత్సంగం జరుగుతుంది, భగవద్గీత నేర్పిస్తారు. హిస్ గ్రేస్ బాల్గోవింద్ ప్రభు, వన్ సెకండ్, వేర్ ఇస్ బాల్గోవింద్? ఇక్కడ మదీనాగూడ ప్రాంతంలో మీ అందరికీ భగవద్గీత నేర్చుకోవాలన్నా భాగవతం నేర్చుకోవాలన్నా తెలుగులో చాలా బాగా నేర్పిస్తారు. బాలగోవింద్ ప్రభు వాళ్ళ ఫ్యామిలీ ఇక్కడ మదీనాగూడ బస్ స్టాప్ దగ్గరే గాంధీ స్టాచ్యూ వెనకాల అదే కాలనీలో ఉంటారు. మీరు ఎవరైనా సరే భగవద్గీత నేర్చుకోదలుచుకుంటే ఆ ఎల్లో షర్ట్లో ప్రభుజీ ఉన్నారు కదా, ప్రభుజీ, ఆ ప్రభుజీకి మీ పేరు ఇవ్వండి. జస్ట్ గివ్ యువర్ నేమ్ టు ప్రభుజీ అండ్ ప్రభుజీ విల్ మేక్ ఎ నోట్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ నెంబర్ అండ్ వీ విల్ కాంటాక్ట్ యూ బ్యాక్ ఫర్ ద ప్రోగ్రామ్. ఓకే, హరే కృష్ణ, హరే కృష్ణ. ఇప్పుడు మొత్తం భోగా దేవుళ్ళకి పెట్టారు. ఇప్పుడు పర్ద తీయంగానే వారందరూ కలిసి దర్శనం తీసుకోండి ముందుకు వచ్చి. దాని తర్వాత చాలా గట్టిగా ఆనందంతో మనం కీర్తన పాడాలి. పాడతారా? పాడతారా? పాడరా? చెప్పాలి గట్టిగా. శ్రీ జగన్నాథ బలదేవ సుభద్రా మాయి की, श्री श्री गौर निताय की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे. We are ready. जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई की जय, गौर निताय की जय, जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ, जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी, जय जगन्नाथ, जय जगन्नाथ, जय जगन्नाथ, जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी, जय जगन्नाथ, जय बलदेव, जय सुभद्रा, जय बलदेव, जय सुभद्रा, जय बलदेव, जय सुभद्रा, जय बलदेव, जय बलदेव, जय सुभद्रा, जय बलदेव, जय सुभद्रा, जय बलदेव, जय सुभद्रा, निताय गौरंग, जय निताय गौरंग, 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 निताय गौरंग, जय निताय गौरंग. नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने. नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने. नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादे सच्चरितारिणे. Prabhupada
श्रीहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुता पदकमलं